the power of Greyskull.
Hello everyone, it's me. Oh, and baby Salem. Here, buddy. Come here. And Salem's here. Salem says hi. So I hope you're all well. I enjoyed my time off. I hope you liked the opening. I have the power. Uh, so today I made a little chart, and I started before I opened up that thing. Oh well. So today I'm going to talk to you about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. We're going to go over this little chart, and then I'm going to read you. Oh, Salem. Salem's flip-flopping around. I don't know if you can see him. Flip-flopping. Seems there his leg. So, we're going to talk about this. And I watched He-Man Masters of the Universe. It was He-Man Revolution from 2021. It's on Netflix. Let me just see. I hope this doesn't screw up. Okay, but I'll do this first. So, when I was watching the show, one thing that came out, that stood out to me about it, is that they have 3 realms. They have Eternia, which is like Earth, or and the material plane of duality. Okay, that would be like Middle Earth. And then we have Subternia, which is like hell, or the lower realms, the lower dimensions, or inner earth. Yeah. And then on top, we have Preternia, and it's heaven, the higher realms, but and pre as in the ones who went before. And it would be like the outer space aliens or the higher dimensions, okay? So we have these 3 realms, and I thought that was really neat. That was referenced in He-Man. There is this, but I'd also like to talk about the philosophical and esoteric um, outlook on that show, which I've done with also Xenosaga. But I thought when I found this, it was really interesting. Not only it's called the Sword of Power, even though I refer to it as the Sword of Truth in using it for visualization. But the concept is the same thing. So I'm going to read this to you. It is an article from 2024 called Hidden Symbolism in He-Man and the Masters of the Universe by Eric Dupree. It's from August 30th, 2040. Oh my god. 2024. I just went to the future. I'm back now. So it says, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe may have begun as a 1980s cartoon created to sell action figures, but its blend of ancient mythology, occult symbolism, and cosmic battles left a lasting impression far beyond its commercial intent. The series' iconic battle cry, "By the power of Greyskull, I have the power," became more than a catchphrase for its fans. It spoke to a deeper yearning for personal transformation, inner strength, and mastery over hidden forces. Through its visual and narrative elements, He-Man tapped into powerful archetypes and mystical symbols that resonate with timeless themes of magic, self-realization, and the battle between dark and light, or light and shadow. So it says the sword of power, an icon of magical transformation. At the heart of He-Man is the transformation of Prince Adam into the mighty He-Man, a process activated by his invocation of the mystical sword of power. This iconic moment is much more than a simple costume change. It reflects a profound symbolic transformation deeply rooted in magical traditions. The sword of power is not just a weapon. It represents the conduit through which Adam channels divine energy to transcend his ordinary self. In many magical traditions, the use of talismans, wands, and swords serves a similar purpose, acting as physical manifestations of spiritual tools rather, sorry. These objects act as intermediaries between the practitioner and the mystical forces they seek to access, allowing them to tap into greater power. In both fiction and esoteric traditions, swords have long been potent symbols. They are often associated with intellect, willpower, and the ability to cut through illusion and falsehoods. This symbolism can be found in mythological tales, from King Arthur's Excalibur to the magical swords of Norse and Eastern traditions, each representing more than just physical strength. These swords often serve as symbols of authority, the mind's sharpness, and the bearer's ability to discern truth. Similarly, in He-Man, the Sword of Power represents Prince Adam's potential to rise above his limitations and harness his true essence, just as many magical systems use symbols to channel greater truths and inner power. Much like ceremonial magic, where ritual tools such as swords embody the practitioner's control over the mind and spirit, He-Man's sword does more than grant him physical power. It bestows wisdom and responsibility. In magical practices, the sword is often used to focus and direct energy, to carve out a sacred space, or to draw boundaries between the mundane and the magical. He-Man's invocation of the power is akin to this ritual act, as he channels the cosmic forces that reside within Castle Greyskull and with lines them with his own will. His transformation isn't about gaining strength for battle. It's a moment of claiming his role as protector of his land, Eternia, like Earth, Eternia, a symbol of the sacred responsibility that comes with wielding such power. This invocation of power in He-Man echoes a central tenet of many esoteric traditions: the belief in personal sovereignty and the ability to harness universal energies through one's own will. Magic is not about external manipulation, but about internal mastery and alignment with larger cosmic forces. Dion Fortune, the influential occultist, emphasized that magic is the art of changing consciousness at will. He-Man's transformation from Prince Adam symbolizes this spiritual process of self-mastery, where internal change, represented by his shift in consciousness and self-identity, leads to the manifestation of external power. The sword, therefore, is more than a weapon. It is the key to unlocking the potential within, reflecting the idea that true magic happens when individuals connect with their own inner strength and the universal forces surrounding them. The next part is about Castle Greyskull. Castle Greyskull, the seat of hidden knowledge. Castle Greyskull, with its foreboding skull-like facade and mysterious depths, represents the esoteric seat of ancient wisdom. It invokes symbols of death and rebirth, central themes in both occult traditions and mythology. In many magical systems, such as Hermeticism, and mysticism, fell all over it. Mysticism, wisdom is often portrayed as guarded knowledge only accessible to those who prove themselves worthy. Mhm. Castle Grayskull's ominous design and powerful secrets mirror the concept of the Akashic records of Hermetic wisdom. See, I had no problem with it then. Hermetism. Hermetic, damn it, never mind. Uh, okay, okay. Castle Grayskull's ominous design and powerful secrets mirror the concept of the Akashic records or Hermetic wisdom. Hidden knowledge accessible only through spiritual initiation. The castle, with its deep connection to ancient powers, serves as the locus of mystical knowledge that drives He-Man's powers. In the same way, the pursuit of hidden wisdom is central to many magical traditions. As Israel Regardie once said, the most important factor in any form of magic is the source of power from which the operator draws his or her inspiration and energy. Castle Grayskull is this source, an ancient well of knowledge that the characters seek to either protect or control. The next part is about He-Man and Skeletor, light, shadow, and integration. The battle between He-Man and Skeletor is not just a simple struggle of good versus evil, but a deeper symbolic representation of light versus shadow. Skeletor, with his skeletal appearance, represents darker impulses, ambition, ego, and the lust for power. His obsession with capturing Castle Grayskull and its power reflects the danger of seeking knowledge for selfish ends, without regard for cosmic balance. In contrast, He-Man stands as the figure of balance and harmony. His power comes from attuning himself to ancient forces rather than seeking to control them. This reflects the magical principle that true power lies in harmonizing with greater forces rather than attempting to dominate them. He-Man's struggle against Skeletor can be seen as a symbolic battle within the self, one between light and shadow, wisdom and ego. As Carl Jung wrote, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. He-Man's story offers a reminder of the need for balance both within and outside of oneself. The power of transformation. Beyond battles and adventures, one of the central themes of He-Man is transformation, embodied most clearly by Prince Adam's metamorphosis into He-Man. This transformation can be seen as a metaphor into the spiritual journey many traditions describe, where an individual undergoes personal growth and change through connecting with divine or universal energies. He-Man's iconic phrase, "I have the power," reflects a central idea in magic, that one's power lies in the ability to invoke and manifest their will. In magical traditions, transformation is not simply about gaining strength, but about the refinement of the self, the, the alignment of one's spirit with cosmic forces, and the embodiment of higher truths. He-Man's journey He-Man's journey from a mild-mannered prince to the mightiest man in the universe symbolizes this process of self-initiation and the harnessing of inner power to achieve mastery over oneself and one's environment. Although He-Man and the Masters of the Universe began as a commercial endeavor to sell toys, it has transcended that initial purpose to become a cultural touchstone with profound significance. Its lasting legacy endures because it taps into deeper universal themes of personal power, transformation, and the eternal struggle between light and shadow, ideas that resonate across time and cultures. The show's iconic use of archetypal symbols, such as the Sword of Power, Castle Grayskull, and the battle between He-Man and Skeletor, and there's many more of them, echoes the timeless concept found in magic, and the occult. Occult means hidden, by the way. It doesn't mean evil or negative in any way. It's just a word that means hidden. The Sword of Power, for example, is reminiscent of ancient magical tools that signify inner strength and unlocking the hidden potential, while Castle Greyskull represents the pursuit of wisdom, both mystical and intellectual. The ongoing tension between He-Man and Skeletor reflects the universal dichotomy between good and evil, light and dark, and the constant choice to rise above darker impulses in favor of virtue. This portrayal of the human condition resonates with traditions where the hero's journey is not only a physical battle, but a spiritual and psychological evolution. He-Man's transformation from the seemingly ordinary Prince Adam to the mighty hero embodies the esoteric principle of personal alchemy. The idea that through self-discipline, courage, and the embrace of inner strength, one can transcend limitations and reach a higher state of being. As such, the show's exploration of personal transformation, the quest for self-mastery, and the pursuit of wisdom has left a lasting impact on viewers. It serves as a reminder that true power lies not just in the external feats of strength, but in the cultivation of inner balance, wisdom, and the potential for continuous evolution. By weaving these ancient motives into a modern narrative, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe continues to inspire, offering a timeless message about the enduring journey toward enlightenment and the eternal potential for transformation within us all. So, as I was saying, I was watching Masters of the Universe, He-Man Revolution. It's from 2021. You can watch it on Netflix. That's where I watched it. Or wherever you choose. I'm sure it's on one of the free streaming sites as well. But in that show, let's see if I can just pull that up really quickly. Oh, there it is. I'll show you the exact episode. So, in this episode, He-Man, I'm sorry to spoil it for you. Spoiler alert. Sorry. He-Man ends up going to Preternia, which is heaven. And Teela goes to look for him there. And while they're there, who do they run into? But people of the past. And it reminds me of these ancient cultures these ancient civilizations, like the breakaway civilizations that I was talking about, like the Nordics and different types of people. It really, really, really reminded me of that. And you see all these people. Sorry. There, I hope this video doesn't get messed up because of that. I didn't mute the Netflix thing. So let's see. He-Man. He-Man Revolution. It's muted. Okay, good. And let's see here. Oh, I think it might be the Land of the Dead. There's 2 parts. Oh, should be 10 episodes. Hold on a second. Uh-oh. I don't understand. Well, anyway, the power celebrates Hold on. No escape. Oh, okay, yeah. So I think it's episodes 4 and 5. They go to Subternia and Preternia. And is it ever cool? You'll just have to see and see what you think of it, because I think that different people might see it differently. but that's okay. But when I saw that and I saw all these different people that have gone before He-Man, different people that have held the sword of power, and it's kind of like what I was talking about, where these people go through that process of the sacred secretion rising through the skull, and and having this ancient wisdom access, and it really is a self initiation. Like, but I didn't realize that, and I think that some people think that they need to be initiated into it. I'm not sure, but anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed that video, or this little video about He-Man and Masters of the Universe. Um, I think that's all I wanted to mention about that. I do have a couple of things on the hero's journey that you can look below. Um, there'll be something from Carl Jung, and also I didn't watch it yet, but it's by Jay Widener. Weiner. I always want to call him Weiner or Wilder, but I think it's Widner. Oops, sorry. But he's got a channel called Reality Check, and it's on there. I've been watching it for the past couple of days. So I'm actually going to watch that next, but I will link that below. And I hope that everyone is well. I thank you very much for being here. I appreciate all your love and support and kindness. And yeah, I will see you next time on the next video, which I have no idea what it'll be yet, but we'll see when it arrives. Okay. Okay, everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye.